students, welcome to biology class. This video is in continuity with the previous video of chapter Human Population, Growth and Distribution. The objectives that we are covering in this video are population in India, population explosion, reasons for rapid rise in population, main reason for population explosion in the world, main reason for population explosion in India, and consequences of overpopulation. Starting with population in India. In 2020, the estimated total population in India amounted to approximately 1.38 billion people. India currently has the second largest population in the world. Its residents comprise more than 1/7 of the entire world's population, and despite a slowly decreasing fertility rate, an increasing life expectancy adds to an expanding population. In comparison with other countries whose populations are decreasing, such as Japan, India has a relatively small share of aged population, which indicates the probability of lower death rates and higher retention of the existing population. The trend of population rise in India is alarming. India's population has increased by nearly 5 times from 1901 to 2011, and still it is going on increasing. Now, this could lead to a huge pressure on our natural resources, since their increasing demand will lead to their depletion. Now, coming on to the next topic, population explosion. Sharp, prolific increase in the population of human beings is called population explosion. The reasons for rapid rise in population. There are 3 main reasons that favored steep rise in the human population. These are: first one, agricultural revolution. The production of food was considerably increased, due to which nutritional deficiencies and starvation deaths decreases. This provided improved means of livelihood, and the population moved upward rapidly. The next is Industrial Revolution. It began around 17th century, when these rapidly growing industries made the human life very comfortable and job oriented. This revolution was followed by a rapid rise in population. The next is Scientific Revolution. The remarkable discoveries in the medical science made it easier to discover the causes, treatment, and control of many dreadful diseases. Vaccination and immunization against many diseases caused revolution. Death rates reduced considerably at all age groups, especially in infants and old. More children in the family begin to reach the reproductive life. As they reproduce, the growth of the population begin to rise very rapidly. Now, coming on to the main reasons for population explosion in the world. First one is better healthcare. At all age groups, doctors and hospitals are always available for the help. Second is fewer mortality. During birth, better and qualified doctors and nurses are available in the maternity home. It decreases mortality rate. Third one is large-scale immunization. Mass immunization against communicable diseases are available. The fourth one is minimized food shortage. More food is produced and stored, due to which a very few starvation deaths are seen. The fifth one, improved and balanced nutrition. Especially for the growing children, it's available. The sixth one is average life of human. Lifespan has increased because of the better medical facilities, balanced diet, and many other reasons. Next, we are discussing the main reason for population explosion in India. First one is illiteracy. Illiteracy, especially in rural areas where they are unaware of the functioning of human reproductive system, do not understand the consequences of large families. They are ignorant and superstitious. Second is desire for a male child. In India, people feel that their family name continues only because of the male child. Moreover, a male child will be of a great help in the old age of the parents. The third one, gift of God. People belonging to lower society believe that children are gift of God. Therefore, they make no efforts to avoid pregnancy. Fourth one is lack of recreation. Poor standard of living and poverty do not provide any recreation other than sex. Fifth one, family income. Children born in very low income group are considered to be the helping hands to increase the family income. Sixth one, universality of marriages. Marriages is considered highly sacred in a country. Everyone gets married and contributes to increase in population. Next is early marriages. In rural areas, still the girls are forced to marry at early ages between 12 to 16 years that results in larger reproductive life and thus more children. Lack of family planning. Indian people are ignorant about family planning techniques. Religious beliefs has resulted in less adoption of these measures. Next is mortality rate among low income. Due to high infant mortality rate in our country, low income group people think it's safer to produce more children so that some of them may survive. Population explosion leads to overpopulation or overabundance occurs when a species population becomes so excessive that people deem it must be managed. It can result from an increase in birth rate or decrease in death rate, an increase in immigration or depletion of resources or better medical facilities. When an overpopulation occurs, the available resources become too limited for the entire population to survive comfortably. Next, we are discussing consequences of overpopulation. Any further increase in population can create various problems. As we have fixed resources, the basic necessities of life are adversely affected. Overpopulation not only affects large families, but it affects the country as a whole. The impacts of overpopulation can be studied at two levels. First, the effects of overpopulation on large families, and second, effects of overpopulation on the country. One by one, we will be discussing. Effects of overpopulation on large families. First one, food. Large families with moderate means are unable to provide adequate and balanced diet to the children. Second one, education. Increase in population has led to the lowering of educational standard because of commercialization. Medical aid. Proper medical aids are beyond the reach of large families. Sanitation. Sanitary conditions have gone out of gear due to overpopulation and led to many diseases. Household goods. Household essential goods are becoming insufficient because of increase in population. Their prices are rising beyond the reach of a common man. Poverty. A large family with a single earning hand often remains poor because of increased consumption of various essential goods. Now we are discussing effects of population explosion on the country. Population explosion and increased consumption. To meet the needs of ever increasing population, more food, more space, more means of transportation, more educational institutions, more health centers are needed. Overconsumption of various needs of human beings has resulted in ecological imbalance. To increase the production of food, more agricultural land is needed. It has resulted in the deforestation, which has far reaching effects. Overpopulation is a major concern. There is another problem associated with population growth that puts human in danger. That is overconsumption, which is when resources are used in excess and at a rate that is higher than the production rate. We live in a world of material objects, and our culture has been referred to as a throwaway society, meaning that we are utilizing products that are short lived or disposable. Overpopulation also has resulted in the growth of urban settlements, which in turn increases deforestation, land degradation, waste, and pollution. Land must be cleared and cultivated, which may result in deforestation and soil erosion. The next is population explosion and urbanization. Urbanization or urban drift is the physical growth of the urban areas as a result of global change. New towns and cities are coming up to accommodate the growing population. The reason for migration of people from rural areas to urban places is to get employment, education, and medical health facilities. Urbanization is both useful as well as harmful. Global urbanization will continue at high speed. The world's urban population is projected to increase by more than 3 billion people between 2010 and 2050. Increase is due to the result of high urban fertility rates and reclassification of rural land into urban areas. The next is depletion of natural resources. Resources is any natural energy or substance which is used by human beings for their welfare. Natural resources are fast depleting because of their excessive use by the growing population. The natural resources which are under pressure due to population explosion include food, water, land, energy, forest, minerals, fossil fuels, etc. Therefore, it is necessary that every citizen becomes conscious and contributes to the sustainable use of natural resources. Sustainable means that can be continued with no ill effect on the availability of the required items. Sustainable and equitable use of these natural resources is the key to sustainable development. What is sustainable development? Judicious use of natural resources for a more stable development without impairing the ability of future generation to use these resources is called sustainable development. So, specifically, sustainable development is a way of organizing society so that it can exist in the long term. The Sustainable Development Goals are a collection of 17 interlinked global goals designed to be a blueprint to achieve a better and more sustainable future for all. Next is unemployment, social evils, and violence. Due to overpopulation, opportunities for employment are decreasing. Increased unemployment is the cause of so many social evils such as corruption, snatching, violence, and even terrorism. Next is lack of infrastructure and basic needs. Various countries could not develop infrastructure to cope with the increasing population. Basic needs such as medical facilities, educational institutions, and means of transportation are not available to all individuals. The next is environmental degradation, pollution, and waste generation. All components of the environment, may be air, water, various kinds of pollution, are the burning problem of the day. This problem has been aggravated by the production of waste by the ever increasing population. Disposal of the waste, particularly non biodegradable, is the biggest problem of the present day. These are the effects of overpopulation.
So, overpopulation is associated with the negative environmental and economic outcomes ranging from the impacts of over farming, deforestation, water pollution to eutrophication and global warming, air pollution, water pollution, waste disposal, acid rain, destruction of forest, and many more.
Thank you so much. We will continue this chapter in the next video.